Today we are in Istanbul in the 5th International Housing Conference organized by YEM, and it's a great opportunity to meet some of the architects to continue our series Architects Talk, Architects in Conversation. Today we have a very distinguished guest, Massimiliano Fuksas. We are very happy to be with you. Welcome both to Turkey and our series. As far as I know, you are quite familiar to Turkey and Turkish culture. You are visiting very frequently, but unfortunately you haven't realized any project or building in Turkey yet. Isn't it so?
It is, but it is enough to come here. Mm-hmm. Because the flower, the area, this fantastic place that is one leg in Europe, one leg in Asia. Yeah. It's something that is still now there is a big charm. It's a fashion here of our culture, European culture. We are looking here. There is something. If there is something good happen here. Something wrong is here.
That's true.
Because
it's all the extremes.
Yeah, all the extremes. Then this I love because I don't like the mediocrity.
That's
you are no. This country is never mediocre.
Mm-hmm. Comparing with Europe.
Comparing with the great part of the world, I think you still have one energy. Mm-hmm. After many problems, great, you know, your empire was 400 years. Mm-hmm. This was unbelievable. But they found a way to put people different together. Mm-hmm. Now, when the English American arrived in Middle East, they could not understand that you have to let the character of these small countries, small ethnic people.
That's true. Actually, you are also, as far as I know, you are half Italian, half French, or?
No, I am half. I can tell you. My father was a Lithuanian, mm-hmm. My mother Roman, from Roma. Mm-hmm. My grandmother was German, but she was born in Strasbourg, because after the war on 70, German, Prussia, the Franco-Prussian, the German won.
But still you are representing many cultures at a time, maybe.
Yeah, but many religion too, because in my family there are about 4 or 5 religions different. That you can live with all this.
But you are living in Rome and you were graduated.
I was graduated in Rome, but I have office in Paris and one office in China.
In Shenzhen?
Shenzhen.
Actually, you were graduated in 1969 or something,
yes.
Around at the end of 60s. So it was a kind of a shifting point for architecture. I mean,
for the world.
For the world, yes, for the world. 1968 is a significant date in our life, but also
not in my life. You are so young.
Thank you very much. Actually, yes, I was in primary school, but things started to change, I think, and you have started as a kind of a modernist, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I didn't want to be an architect. I want to be an artist. Uh-huh. This is the real question of my life. Mm-hmm. What doesn't work in my architecture is because I want to be an artist, and what works is because I want to be an artist. Uh-huh. But then I think that afterwards I understood that what is hybrid. Mm-hmm. I think I was, if there is one first, I was the first to understand what is hybrid, because I was in hybrid. Mm-hmm. It's on art and architecture. I decided after visiting Hudson in Denmark, But in the summer of the 65, 66, I was in the office. The office was not the office, was atelier, crazy place of Archigram. And with them, I understood that I could be an artist even as an architect. I could understand that you can manipulate something. And after with Hudson, I understood that the complexity was amazing. The complexity, and then I was never modern, but because I was never anti-modern. I don't like Renaissance and anti-Renaissance. I like everything. I like A and B. I cannot live only with A, only with B. Because I think it's a restriction that we give to ourselves, but it's not, finally, it's not really important.
That may be a classical question, but which project do you think represents yourself best?
The next one.
The next one, yeah.
Yes,
That's a very
the future project.
That's a very classical answer. But
it's clear. It's a simple, my complex.
What is the next project?
What
are you working on now?
We are working for three interesting projects, but there is only one handicap. The one is in Beijing, one is in Los Angeles, and the other is in Moscow. It's a little bit. I have to travel.
Yeah, you travel.
But there is no one is under construction. We are only the Chinese and Beijing is under construction. We are doing a project for art center with some theater, some place for music, some museum and so on. That is, there is behind, there is a very huge tower of 600 meters. 600 meters. 600 meters. It's done by a very young Chinese architect that you don't know, I am sure.
Probably, yeah.
But it's very good. It's a good project. I am there. I do a project in this way. There is a garden. This inox facade that make reflecting, inox reflecting like a mirror. The parks, the garden. Here is a cut that you can see through. There is the tower. It's this way.
What about the other project?
The other project is a project. It's one of the most significant. Is in Moscow. Is Polytechnic Museum in a beautiful space. It's an object.
I think it's in your website.
Yes,
it's an emerging project.
It's
yeah.
very strong with the connection. It starts with the painting that I did. Many projects start with the paintings. Models of paintings never start with drawings.
Yeah, it seems more personal expression than the others. Yeah.
Paintings or models, crazy models. I cannot start with, I say, no, don't do facade anytime. I don't do plane. But we have to do one day or another. In my office, they say, wait, the facade are coming. And the plan, they are coming alone. You have not to watch for this. You can do section, sketch, models, 3D, but don't touch this bidimensional. This is another age.
Does it mean that it's an uncontrolled end product, inevitable?
Is the first part of the project is uncontrolled, can be everything.
Can be everything, yeah, it's open.
It's open work, it's not closed. I don't try to give the dimension, the structure, and the organization. I try always to have, I'm speaking about speediness around, or fluxus inside. I never speak about organization or functional. I do, but it's coming, it's the most easy.
But at the end, most of the projects are recognized by their exterior
Yes.
impression and the outcome.
Why? At least
Why?
I want to know from you, because I don't know why all my project people say this is Fuksas, because there is no style, no geometry, nothing. Why? This is sorry. For once, I asked you at you.
For some projects, it is possible to recognize a personal expression. Especially, I mean, the way it is not stylistic. I mean, that is very, I think, important, because but in some of the projects it's really surprising. I mean, you are shocked, and you have to get into the project to understand, to connect it to you. So I mean, I think
inside.
yeah, that's true. I think it is good. It is something good that, I mean, people cannot immediately say that's associated with somebody or with some style or something that has already been set, ready-made and reductionist. So it is the power of the project. On the other hand, it represents it. But within the media society, I mean, when too many images are in the internet, it's impossible to
Yes,
avoid that
terrible.
association.
It's terrible, because someone of the office say, "Oh, this Instagram of one place in Polynesia said, show us one image that he did of a project that this is."
Yeah.
But it's not. I think it's not dangerous. It's dangerous only when you accept to do something that is against your idea, your principle.
That's true, I think, and this will be an event which will be shared all around the media in many ways, I think. Thank you for being us.
Thank you.
Would you like to add anything?
No, it's I thank you, because finally it's positive the way in which you try to understand when a project is my project. In another hand, you have to use negative expression in this way, because to understand something is mine, it's clear that you have not to think to the style, and this is true.
That's okay. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.